All right, everyone, Jack Atwater here, and welcome back to Pop Luck. Today is a very special episode because it is my 10th episode since being back and the 25th episode overall. So I decided that for this episode that's special for those two different reasons, I would go over one of my favorite sets of Funko Pops. This is one of my favorites because each pop is amazing and it's from one of my favorite movies. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the Wonka set of Funko Pops, and I do have the entire 5-figure collection here with me today. So here is the first one. This is number 1476 in the Pop Movies line. And something that I really like about these is how each figure looks in their box, because there's like a reflective golden card behind them. So the box art isn't anything too special, but it's not bad. It's just not as cool as some of the other box art. So you got the Wonka logo there. You got purple, a little bit of a chocolate bottom. On the side, you've got some of the different candies from the movie. And then on the back, you have even more candies and the full set of figures. So there we have Willy Wonka, Noodle, Slugworth, and Prodnos. All right, let's go ahead and pop this guy open. All right, so here is Willy Wonka himself, and he does come with a stand as well, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because he has no trouble standing up on his own. This here is an absolutely amazing figure, and it's very big too. The hair is absolutely huge, and the top hat is also a large part of this figure. So the hair is very messy, which I think is cool. Detail-wise, he has like his little briefcase, just like the movie, and it looks just like the movie. He has like his little cane. The shoes are very detailed. His coat also so. And then the shirt underneath is very detailed as well. And this guy looks literally just like Willy Wonka from this movie. A lot of these pops have a lot of detail, but they don't quite capture how the figure itself looks. This guy definitely does. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is number 1477, Noodle. And like I said, just look at how good, something about the way these figures look in their boxes is just so cool looking. And because Noodle has the balloons, her packaging is a little different. She's one of the pops that you split apart the plastic instead of it being little flaps that kind of keep the figure in. Let's go ahead and get that open. And Noodle also comes with a base, which makes a lot more sense for her because of the balloons, she tends to tilt or fall over a lot to her right. But anyway, here you have her. She is also very detailed and looks just like Noodle from the movie. I'm going to try to show her off well. She's so big that I have trouble turning her around without getting my fingers behind her. But I'm doing a good job here so far. All right, so she has her little gown on from the movie, which is really detailed. It's really amazing. She has her boots, and the hair and her face are just very on point. Also, I love the fact that the balloon strings kind of tie up. The balloons are so cool, and they're so cute. This is an amazing figure. Again, literally looks just like Noodle from the movie, and something about her and Wonka himself are just very demanding of your attention. They're very big without, with the big features being in the right place. The balloons are definitely a big feature. I mean, this will stand out in your collection. All right, so let's go ahead, get her back in the box, and we will move on to the next one. All right, here is number 1478, Slugworth. All right, so here is the figure, and his head is stuck here. I'm trying to get the focus a little better. His head is stuck in this sort of looking forward, his body, to the side, which is kind of cool. It gives villain. This is the villain of the movie, and it gives very villain. I like the pinstripes, or maybe not the pinstripes, but just the stripes in his suit. The suit is very cool. He has his cane as well. They really mastered the look of the character with this one. Also, unfortunately, it is raining, so hopefully that's not too loud in the video. But let's get back into the figure. This is a cute one. I like this one. Definitely captured his appearance. It's not as stand out as Wonka and Noodle. I will let it be said, those ones are very big, very demanding of your attention, and very colorful. This one is a pretty cool pop. Definitely not bad, just in comparison to the others. Definitely not the best in the collection. All right, and number 1479 is Prodnos. Man, that rain is really picking up. I really hope that's not too bad in the video. But anyway, 1479, Prodnos. He is a pretty cool pop, although his inclusion in the set is a little strange. He's not one of the main characters in the movie. And if you haven't seen the movie, Slugworth is the villain, and he kind of leads like a trio of villains. He has two kind of side characters, side helpers that are mostly there for like comedic relief and for him to play off of. And Prodnos is one of those two characters. So Slugworth on his own makes a lot of sense to include in the collection since he is the villain. But it's kind of strange to have Prodnos and not the other one of the trio. It's a little strange why they chose him over the other one, or just not both of them. Additionally, those two characters just aren't big parts of the movie either. I would have much rather had, like, there's a chief of police in the movie who is played by Keegan-Michael Key, so that's a reason why I would want him to. And I think that character's inclusion would have been just a little bit better and made a bit more sense. Either way, here is Prodnos, and it's a pretty unique figure. It's pretty good. It's just a little ugly looking. He has his suit on and he's eating a Wonka chocolate, which I think, for some reason, I cannot get the camera to focus on the pop itself. He is eating a Wonka chocolate, which is pretty cool. I think this is the only figure in the set that has a Wonka chocolate with it. He's got his little yellow bow tie. You know what? I judged this one too harshly. Its inclusion is a little weird. I think the fact that the hair looks like this on the back is a little weird. But he's a very animated, very unique looking Funko Pop. His mustache, like the little line on his face, indicate that he just got done eating a chocolate, and his glasses and his eyes in the glasses. I mean, that's pretty cool. In my opinion, this guy definitely isn't the standout of the collection, but he's also not too bad either. All right, and Prodnos was the end of the set of common pops, the pops that you could find in any store. Next up, we have number 1501, the Oompa Loompa, who is exclusive to either the Funko Shop online or the physical Funko Shop locations. So there we go. He has an exclusive sticker. And something weird about this one is that all of the figures have that golden ticket background. This guy does not have that golden ticket background. I am not sure why. It's a little strange, admittedly, since he's part of the collection with the rest of them. But it's whatever. So here we have him. We have the Oompa Loompa himself. And oh my gosh, the camera is not focusing. There we go. There we go. All right, I love the orange on him. The hair is probably my favorite part. He has the green hair with the little swirl on top, which feels very mystical. Let's go ahead, do a full 360 of him. And he's got like the lines on his purple suit all the way around. And they're very small too, so that level of detail is pretty cool. Keep turning him. He's got his little instrument in his hand. I don't know if that's a flute or a recorder. I think it's a recorder. And then he's got his little shoes with the balls on top. This guy is just absolutely adorable. And you don't really realize how good the detail in his suit is because it's all purple. But there's so many little lines here in the pockets that stand out. I mean, this is a fantastic pop. All right, everyone. So to conclude, the standouts were Willy, Wonka, and Noodle. Both of these are incredible. They really capture the appearance of the characters while also having a lot of detail on them. Slugworth and Prodnos were pretty good. It's more Prodnos's, the fact that they selected him for the set. That's a bit stranger than the actual character, but they're both pretty good, just not as stand out as the other two. And then here is the Oompa Loompa, who is like in the middle for me. Willy Wonka and Noodle are like the highlights. He is also pretty good. I don't think there's anything more that they could have done with him. Detail-wise, There's not a lot more that I could have asked for. So he is also really good, just a little bit of a step below the other two. And these guys are the ones that if you want them for your collection, if you really like the movie and you're a collector and you want to have the whole collection, you definitely won't be disappointed with these figures. But if you're looking just to pick up the best ones, Willy Wonka and Noodle are the way to go, and then the Oompa Loompa. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We are now at 25 videos, which is absolutely ridiculous, and 10 videos since we've been back, which is also kind of absolutely ridiculous. So, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.